Hey everyone, it's Anna here at Dees with white pumpkin wreath number 3 for the 2021 season. These have been selling out super fast, so I'm changing up the stems a little bit, making sure I have another one to offer you, and this one might be my favorite one so far. It's really hard to tell because they're all pretty, but you are going to love this one. It has some great stuff on it. We're using the white pumpkin picks with the greenery that we used on the first one. Love that one. We're going to use a couple of those, but I'm obsessed with this pick. It's kind of like a mixed foliage, all wired, and it's got like pom-poms, greenery, and stuff on it. So beautiful. We're going to start with this one, and of course we're using our 18-inch Grapevine frame. This is the one thing not included in the kit that is available up on shopdeeslouisville.com. If you happen to need a Grapevine though, they are sold separately, and the reason we do that is to help keep the shipping costs down. So I'm going to start with this big stem. I'm leaving it all together because it is so pretty, and we're going to make this one very similar to the other two. You're going to curve this stem a little bit. You're going to take a few minutes to fluff everything and kind of bring this branch down. Every element of the stem is wired. That is wonderful because it just makes everything look more lifelike, and you can bend it where you want it. This branch off to the left, I'm going to force a little bit more to the left just to fill in, and then the top one I'm going to fluff out too. We're going to attach this all as one, and then we're going to fill in with our white pumpkin stems. So a little bit of hot glue, push that into your wreath right about 7 o'clock. Get it nail good. Okay, so now I've got that in there. And I'm ready to add my white pumpkin picks. So same thing on those. We're just gonna chop off a little off the bottom, cut the tags off, and fluff it a little bit. Dip it in a little glue. You're going right underneath where that stem was added, that first one, right about 6 o'clock. And then I'm gonna bring some of this off of the first stem back to the front. Because this greenery that's on that pumpkin pick, it's nice and beautiful, but it also serves really well as like the backdrop. Okay, now I'm ready for the second one. Same thing, fluff it out a little bit, cut the tag off, cut the stem just a little bit. You never want to cut the stems too short though, because these hand wrap pieces will fall apart. A little bit of glue, and then we're going right about almost 9 o'clock on the wreath. There we go. Same thing up here. Bring that orange foliage back to the front. So pretty. Oh, I can already tell I love this one. I love all the textures. Let's bring this down too. All right, next we're going to add ribbon, and then lastly we have some orange berries just to really pop the orange a little bit. So for this one, the ribbon is super beautiful. We've got the moss green with the ivory pumpkin on the top. It looks great with the stems. We're going to start with that one. Make a couple loops first. All right, next up we've got this orange and cream check. I love this one. We sell a lot of this every fall. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna make a couple nice size loops. If I may add bow too fast, you know on our YouTube channel we have tons of bow making videos. If you want to see that slow down, there's ones with mixed bows, single ribbons, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to tie it with my wire. I'm going right in between those two pumpkins where I left a little bit of a gap. Just twist it on. Okay, and now you're ready to move everything around. So I'm actually going to bring that behind that pumpkin there. Bring these tails kind of down that way. How about we bring this orange tail over this way? I'm going to catch it in the stem over here. It almost adds like another loop of it too when you do it that way. Just really pretty. Okay, and then let's cut those tails. I'm going to grab my scissors. All right, you guys, lastly, we're gonna add in some orange berries. I'm gonna bring a little bit more. Like, I love these little pom-poms on that very first stem we put in. So I'm gonna make sure that's kind of like in the middle of the bow. So pretty. Okay, now we're ready to add our orange berries. I just wanted to pop the orange a little bit more. We've used this one before. It's a great crabapple stem. The berries are waterproof outdoor, and it cuts into 4 nice pieces. And the reason I go on and cut this one apart is I want control over where I add the orange. And when they're in little hunks like this, it's a lot easier. So we're definitely gonna add one down here, I can already tell. And then always step back and kind of look and see. I'm making this one the exact same way I've made the other ones. You guys have loved the other 2, so I didn't want to stray too much with the style and where I put stuff. I just want to keep it kind of simple and like the other ones. Okay, let's do, step back a little. I definitely think we need one in here. There's a lot of green in there, but not a lot of that orange. So let's kind of go right in there. Okay, I've got one more. Let's see where we want to put that one. I'm thinking we need it maybe right off of there. So let's take this last piece. We're going to add it straight over here to the left, kind of behind this loop. Just a little bit more of that orange. All right, you guys, so easy, so beautiful. I love this one because it does add a little bit more of those red orange tones that are so pretty for fall, but it does give you those neutral white pumpkins. So head on over to shopdeeslouisville.com and get White Pumpkin Wreath Kit number 3.